Hey everybody, it's Jasmine, and today I'm bringing you guys more of like a challenge video because you guys actually helped me pick out my makeup. Now, if you guys stay tuned to my YouTube community page, you guys know that's where I ask you guys a lot of questions. And 2 weeks ago, I asked you guys, I want you guys to help me pick out a full face of makeup, and you guys definitely did that. I also posted the same question on my Instagram in that little question box. So all of the makeup, at least like 98% of the makeup that I'm using today was requested by you guys. Obviously there were some things that I could not get, like the lashes, but honestly that's fine. So I hope you guys all enjoy this look right here, and let's get started. I'm so excited to get started with this tutorial. Now, I have gotten so many requests to try out the new e.l.f. Putty Primer, but I have not been able to find it anywhere on the e.l.f. website, Ulta, in stores. It's literally impossible. So for my birthday, I actually went into Sephora and I got the Tatcha Silk Canvas Primer, and I just wanted to try it. I got the small one because a $60 primer after tax, that's cutting edge, you know, that's real pricey. So this is what it looks like. It looks like it's already been touched. Oh my god, I hope it's not swatched. Oh, it's not swatched. Okay, so she's definitely untouched. It was just the packaging. And I'm just gonna go in and use a little bit of it. I'm just going to just rub my finger around. My hands are clean, I just washed them, so not that bad. Plus, I'm not gonna use this on anybody else. This is solely mine. So right away, it feels like a very thin moisturizer. I'm trying not to apply too much because I don't want to waste it. But so far, it kind of just feels like a Lush massage bar. Have you ever used those? It's like a bar type product, and once it comes into contact with the heat of your body, it starts to melt away. And that's exactly how I feel with this product. So far my skin's looking pretty nice, pretty smoothed out, very hydrated. I'm actually not familiar with the claims of this at all, so I'm gonna actually look at that right now. A velvety smoothing balm of pressed silk that primes and makes makeup last longer while keeping it out of the skin, helps prevent clogged pores and breakouts. Okay, cool. So I'm just going to jump into my face products, and hopefully they look extra good because I used an extra expensive primer. So I was told to use the e.l.f. Camo Concealer, Tarte Shape Tape, and my NYX foundation. Good thing is I already had those, so let me just whip them out real quick. I actually had a couple of different variations of foundation. One person said Fenty, one person said NYX, one person said Peach Perfect by Too Faced, and I used the Peach Perfect and the Fenty one pretty recently, but you guys haven't seen me use this, which is why I will be using it today. I am going to start by canceling out some of my redness with the e.l.f. Camo Concealer, put on the NYX foundation, and then brighten with the Tarte Shape Tape. So I have the shade Tan Sand in the e.l.f. Camo Concealer. I'm going to just dot it under my eyes and anywhere where I just want more coverage. I'm only doing a very little bit because somebody also wanted me to use the brand new Juno & Co. Microfiber Mini Sponges. Now, I was sent these in PR, and these ones are the little rose sponge, so this one's going to be the one that's 30% softer. I do have the blue one, but in general, I do like the rose sponge a little bit better. So I am going to go ahead and use one sponge for my concealer application, and then I do have another sponge, and that's gonna be for my powder. Honestly, now that I have like the concealer blended, it took such a long time just to blend concealer, and I'm the type of person that when I do my complexion, I like things, you know, to be very speedy, very fast. So maybe I might like this better for powder. We'll see how I like it. But for now, back to the NYX Can't Stop Won't Stop foundation. I am in the shade True Beige. I love the shade range in this foundation. If you guys have not heard me talk about it, I think that it runs so yellow, and that's everything to me. I love a foundation range that actually stays true to the yellow golden undertone range. It just fits me so perfectly, and I think that out of all the foundations I've tried, all the foundations I've owned, this by far is the best as far as color match is concerned. So if you're like me and you can't find a foundation yellow enough, you might really enjoy the NYX line. And then I'm going to go ahead and blend this in with my Shop Miss A Mochi sponge. I only like to do max two pumps for this foundation, because if I apply a little bit more, then it starts to look a little cakey. So that's why I kind of like just doing 2 pumps, and then with whatever coverage I need, I'll just go in with concealer and spot conceal, because I find that to be easier and more effective. Looking like a ghost. But I am going to go in with my Tarte Shape Tape. I'm in the shade Light Medium, and I'm just going to go ahead and apply this on areas that I just want to brighten a little bit more. And then I'm just going to use my big sponge to blend this in, because it's faster and it's a little bit more convenient. So I was asked to use the Fenty Beauty lavender powder, but let me tell you, if I put a lavender powder on my complexion, being that I'm so yellow, lavender plus yellow equals ash. So instead, I'm going to use my banana powder to just dust it all over my skin, and I'm going to try and go underneath my eyes with the smaller Gino & Co sponge. So I'm just going to open up my powder ever so gently, and then we'll see how this works. Ooh. Oh. You know what? You know what, if you're into baking? Oh. Oh, this is way better with powder. Oh, yes. Oh, yeah. Ooh, honestly, this is a look. I really like this. So now I'm going to go into my Benefit Hoola bronzer. There wasn't that many options for bronzers. I think there was only one person who even mentioned a bronzer. Actually, there was a Physicians Formula Butter Bronzer, but I actually don't like that. So I just went with the Hoola. So this one's actually pretty nice. I'm actually going to start with the brush that comes with this. I have the mini, and I'm just gonna go along my hairline with this, just so I don't look as ghostly, because I feel like when I just have foundation on, I just tend to look like a ghost. Then I'm gonna switch to another brush. This is a Shop Miss A foam ink brush. This is their F24. This is the one that I normally bronze with. It is one of my favorites because it's round and it blends everything pretty seamlessly into the skin. So just gonna use this to do my bronzer real quick. Now I actually just bought this blush because it was on sale at Ulta for their spring sale, and surprisingly, someone requested that I try it. It is the Physicians Formula Butter Blush. I have tried the Physicians Formula Butter Bronzer and their highlighter, just not their blush. So far, I'm liking the blush a lot better than the two. So I'm just going to take this on another Shop Miss A foam ink brush. And for this one, I have the shade Vintage Rouge. I don't think you'll be able to see this one that much on camera because it is such a light rosy nude. Pink, a rosy nude pink. So just gonna use that, and I'm also with the same brush going to dust off this powder. We're gonna come back to the face. I'm not really liking the way the face looks, but honestly, I just need my eyes and my brows on just to see what's going on. So I actually had a comment saying Anastasia brow products. Now the only ones that I do own from Anastasia are their brow pomade and their brow powder. I keep the brow powder in my client kit so that I could use it on other people besides myself. I used to use this all the time, but you know, I've tried better eyebrow powders for myself that I personally like. So I will be using these two today. I have the Dip Brow in dark brown, and I have the brow powder in ebony. Okay, I'm also going to take a little bit of Shape Tape, and I'm going to put that under my brows just to cut it a little bit. And I'm noticing that the bronzer, why does my bronzer just look so patchy? Why? I have like a love-hate relationship with my Hoola bronzer, by the way. I genuinely feel like it isn't consistent. I feel like some days it looks really patchy, some days it looks really good, really soft and smooth. But I don't know, it's a great color. It's very universal. Anybody can get it, anybody can buy it, but for some weird reason, I can't ever be very consistent with it and hope that, you know, it'll give me an amazing look. I'm also gonna use the mini sponge to just blend out my concealer on my eyelid, and honestly, it's looking pretty snazzy. It's looking real good. I'm also gonna just clean it up right here. Alright, so you know what I'm actually gonna do? I'm gonna take some of my Fenty powder and I'm gonna take my big sponge and I'm just going to sharpen up my bronzer area, and also my forehead area is not looking its best either. So I guess with whatever is left here, I'm just going to blend it on my forehead as well. And then take that brush again and then just continue to blend. And I think this will give me a more seamless blend. I look very scary. Oh God. Okay, so let's see. I'm gonna dust it off. This is my bronzer brush, by the way. I don't want to give the powder too much pigmentation where it's like super banana-y. Kind of want to give it a little bit more of like a bronzy blend out. Obviously, I got requested the most what palette I should use because there's so many on the market, and I feel like whenever a brand comes out with a collection, they always come out with a palette. So I narrowed it down to 3, and I got a lot of comments saying Profusion, and I've had that Profusion comment for months, but I just never came across a palette where I felt like that's the one. So I actually went to TJ Maxx and I purchased 2 palettes that I was recommended. This one came out of the blue, and this one is a Profusion palette. So this one came actually in like a value pack with an eye primer. I didn't want the eye primer, I gave it away, and it came with the palette and then an eyeliner that I do have with me. So this one is their 7-shade multi-finish eyeshadow palette. So you do have some metallics and then you do have matte shades in here. 4 matte, 3 metallics. It's pretty good. I already use this and it is very buttery smooth, so I'm excited. And then somebody recommended the TammixRevolution collaboration. Now I did not expect I didn't expect a lot of Revolution options at my local TJ Maxx, but this one just was staring at me and I said, I'm gonna go through my comments to see if anybody actually recommended this. One person did, so I decided I'm gonna get it, and it was only like $5. So hey, that's a pretty good deal for all of these shades. Are you kidding me? It has such a variety, and I don't know, I think that this is a very different and very unique palette. Yes, there are shimmers, yes, there are mattes, but you do have neutrals and you have rosy tones, which I love, and you have a lot of just wearable shades. So I do see myself using this one, and the most requested palette that I got was the ColourPop Sweet Talk palette. Can I get a whoa? No. Some people already told me they tried it, they love it, and they think that I would love it as well. So here I am. I bought it, and this was actually the one item I had to wait on in order to do this video. So if you are waiting for me to do this video and use this palette, here it is. So I do want to mostly go into these shimmer shades in here, like the glitters, because you know, I could just do another video just using the mattes, because I really do want to go in with the Tammy palette today and really explore the depths and the colors in here, because I think that it's very unique and I just feel like I can get a lot of looks out of it. So we're just going to be mixing these 2 palettes. As far as a Profusion one, maybe I'll dive into that a little bit. I don't know, who knows, but I just wanted you guys to know what palettes I had, what palettes I bought, and we'll just let my creativity run for today's video. In the Tammy palette, I am going to start off with the orange shade, and I'm going to pop this into my crease. This is very neon. This is a very neon orange, and it's very pigmented, and I noticed that a lot of neon shades that I've been working with recently aren't that pigmented. They kind of apply a little patchy. So to know that this one's actually pigmented, it's real good. I'm gonna do a little winged out moment right here, and then I'm going to repeat it on the other side before I blend it out. So what I'm doing is I am following my crease right here whenever you push into the socket of your eye. And then I'm going to take more product, and that is when I am going to flick out the shadow. I'm going to take a small clean brush, and I'm going to go right on the edge and just blend out that shadow, just so that, you know, we can move on into our cut crease, because I do want to do that today. I'm thinking of playing around with a lot of color, so fingers crossed that it actually looks pretty good. I'm gonna start doing my cut crease, and I'm gonna start pretty high up with this. In the Tammy palette, there's also a creamy white shade. It's more of like a creamy vanilla, and I'm just going to pat this on the area where I just applied that concealer. I'm gonna go in with another layer of concealer, and this one's going to be a little shorter, and it's going to be in the same shape I had the cream shade in. So you want to just flick it out at the end. And the reason why I'm doing this is because I'm layering my colors. So I want that white to be a color block between the orange and the blue that I will be applying. So now with that dark blue, we will be applying that onto now the wet concealer. It's really pretty, but also this cut crease technique is so hard. And you know, if you're wondering, wow, Jasmine, where are you going? I am not going anywhere. Today is my off day. I don't have anything. Like barely any homework, got no places to be, don't have people to meet. I'm just playing with makeup. So remember when I told you guys I had a Profusion eyeliner? Well, here it is. I want to try the Profusion eyeliner on this eye and then another eyeliner on this eye. So since you know, we're working here, this is so thick. It's a felt tip. I'm probably not gonna like it. Okay. But we're just gonna go in with it. It just says liquid eyeliner pen. There's no quirky name to it. It's just what it is what it is. It works pretty okay. I just feel like my eyeliner application was more of a stamping method than like a gliding method. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take even more concealer, and I am going to sharpen up my eyeliner and my eyeshadow all together. So I feel like for years everyone has been requesting me to use a NYX eyeliner. So here I have the NYX Epic ink eyeliner. I've never opened this, and this is a brush tip. This is what I go for. This is Jasmine, pretty much. Like, this is me. So I'm gonna go ahead and apply it on this eye and try and replicate the same wing. Wow, she's so much more pigmented than the Profusion eyeliner. But then again, this was more expensive, and I feel like a lot of people really like this. Random thought, but it's always been on my mind ever since I was hanging out with one of my friends. I wonder what the people in high school think of me now. You know, or the people I grew up with that were very close to me. I wonder what they think of me. Do they think like, oh my god, I can't talk to her now, like she's just famous. I'm not famous. I hate being called famous, but like, do they think that? Do they think, oh my gosh, she changed. I miss the old Jasmine. So I was requested to actually use some of my Marc Jacob eyeliners, and I just pulled out this one here. This one is in the shade Overnight, and I thought that it was actually really perfect for this look because it pretty much matches what I already have. So what I'm gonna do is I'm just going to twist it up, look up into a mirror and just line my lower waterline. I'm going to take with whatever blue is left on my brush, I'm just going to smoke that on my lower lash line. Take that blending brush and that orange and really go at it. Ooh. I have the NYX Worth the Hype mascara. I haven't really heard anybody talking about this, so I really don't know if it's worth the hype. This is what the wand looks like. Pretty big and a little bit bigger than my normal preference. But we will see what this is all about. Not much length or volume as of right now, but I am always convinced that a mascara probably looks the best after like the third or fourth time using it. I don't know, it hits different after that. It like gets better, it ages after a couple days and it looks good. So far it's a whatever mascara. It is coating my lashes, which is nice. The more layers I'm applying, the more I'm getting that lifted effect. Now I'm not done with the eyes. I do have some fake lashes. I have the Vor lashes in the style Paris. These are actually pretty natural. The naturalist pair that they have on their website, which is nice. So I am going to be using these. I'm trying to take it out so you guys can really get a close-up look at what they look like. Very fluffy, very wispy, so I think that they'll look really good with this look. There wasn't any lash recommendations that really excited me. I did get like 2, but 1, I really didn't want to buy some hooded lashes, and 2, the other lashes that were recommended to me, I was very unfamiliar with the brand, so I was kind of sketchy. So we're gonna finally go into the ColourPop palette. I'm gonna take this shade right here, which is Prima Drama. And I'm gonna take that and apply it in the inner corner of my eyes. This is very pretty. Once you actually get it on the brush though, it gets easier because it doesn't really want to stick to a brush, but it's fine. I'm using this really old one from e.l.f. that I've literally had since I started my makeup when I was 12. That's disgusting. So I don't even know if you can get it. It's a concealer brush. And again, I'm applying the Vor lashes in Paris. So just gonna look down into a mirror and apply like so. Now I am looking a little crazy. Oh my goodness, this is so out of my comfort zone. Oh wow. Oh wow. Wow. It's okay. She's cute. Okay, so I think the face makeup, like the bronzer and everything, looks normal now. I don't believe I was requested to use any highlight, so I think this is where the Profusion palette will come in, because there is a shade right here that I could potentially use for my face. So we're just going to use that so that we could utilize all of the palettes. I didn't know e.l.f. had a brow gel. But apparently they do, and I just picked out the shade Neutral Brown. I got this one at Ulta. I really didn't know which one to get. This actually kind of looks like the Boy Brow from Glossier. It has little fibers in it, and it's also a very small wand. I'm just going to go in upward strokes with this just so that my brows can look a little bit more tamed. Looks pretty dang good. It's making my brows just ever so slightly look a little bit more enhanced, which is nice. Okay, whoever recommended me this, you're a winner. You're definitely a winner. This is actually really, really nice. It doesn't feel heavy. I know some brown brow gels look really intense and really dark. This one just added that little bit of lift. So now let's move on into lips. Now I was recommended either Jeffree Star liquid lips or Anastasia. Now I don't know if I want to go in with a super crazy color, but I might want to do Anastasia just simply because I've been using a lot of Jeffree Star liquid lipsticks in recent tutorials that I kind of want to switch it up for this one. So I might do maybe like an orange lip to match this, and I don't really have an orange lip, but we'll kind of make a concoction of one. So I do have her American Doll, and then I also have Stripped. I also have Naked in my drawer here, and then I also have Toast. So we'll kind of just mix around until we get more of like an orangey shade. So I think I found my lip combination. I have the Sigma Power Liner in Heartbeat. This one is a true neon orange, and I will delve this down with one of the nudes from Anastasia. So right on top, I am just mixing Stripped, and I'm going in lightly with the amount of layers of Stripped I'm doing because I want to make sure that I will match this one. So just keep building up until you get that shade. And finally, to set it all in, I was requested to use the Milani Make It Last Matte Finish Spray. I don't know why this was so hard to find, but luckily it was on sale at Ulta for their spring sale. So great, I got it on sale and it was kind of easier to find. So I'm just gonna go ahead. Alright, and that wraps up this video. I hope you guys all enjoy. Now, I did kind of a different editing or filming style where I got up close to show you guys my eye makeup. I kind of want you guys to let me know your feedback on that because I normally don't really do that. I used to a long time ago, and then I don't know, I just kept doing like a full face and then, you know, just showing you guys how I do my eyeshadow. So is it easier to see my eyeshadow application really close up, or do you guys not care, or do you like it how I normally do it where I just show you guys my full face? Just let me know. I'd love your feedback so I could just switch it up a little bit on my channel. So I hope you guys all enjoy this really crazy look that I have going on, and I will see you guys later. Bye! Peace out, Girl Scouts.